Right, so today here on the show, we're going to take over a team that haven't won a league title in 24 years. And it's AS Roma, currently sit fourth in the table. The last league title win in the Serie A was in 2001. So it's been a long time since they did win the league title. Let's take over Roma here. They're currently fourth in the table. Let's check out the team and hopefully start off with some good wins with the squad here and take them back to their former glory. And for the first game we're going to be playing of this series, we're going to take on Fiorentina away from home. As you can see, we're going to be taking them on. Oh, it's going to be a tough game. They're all 15th in the table. And they're not had a great start for the league, IRO, but also are a good team in the game. And the reason why I decided to sim to this game is because, like I said, Dybala, Wesley are battling their injuries. Leon Bailey as well. He was out injured, but they're battling their injuries here. So we've got a great bench as well with some great players. Like Alan, we know how good he can be. Tommaso Bardanzi, kind of a legend on the channel from the Fiorentina series a few years ago. And Leon Bailey here as well as a good backup player with Evan Ferguson. The backup striker Dovic in the team currently. And we only have like about 30 million to spend in the January transfer window. And I think the only position I think we need a player in is left mid. I think we need to sign a player to replace El Shawari in the team and have El Shawari be a backup to the player that we do bring in. So I did have a few players in the shortlist. We're looking to that after this game here. And let's get into this one up against Fiorentina and test out this Roma team here. El Shawari, Quadiamana Kone. Lovely play here, Dovic. Kone for El Shawari. Back across, looking for Dybala. And Dybala's actually got to that. Dybala shoots and it's blocked though. Sule, Dybala. Dovic, Sule on the overlap. Sule, can he score? Her first goal, De Gea makes a good save again though. Struggle to really find opportunities in this game. We've had a couple, like I said, and you've seen we should have scored, but Dybala through to Dovic. It might be offside, but Dovic is onside. And right on cue, I was just saying that we haven't really found many chances, and Dovic gets his first goal of the season for us here. And that's a great pass by Dybala, by the way, into him. I thought he was offside, but he was just onside there. A great pass by Dybala to find him and make it 1-0 to us here. Much deserved goal. We've been a better team in this game and deserve the lead in this one. Out wider to Dodo, the Brazilian, who is offside though. Fagioli, the Italian. And Wesley, good steal there from him. First chance for Leon Bailey to get involved. Dovic out wide. Sule. Back into the box, blocked to Bob Andrade. It's going to be a corner for us here. Right there from him. Cristante to Sule. Sule now. Inside Dovic. The ball, sorry, good save from De Gea again. And that's going to be swept up by the Spaniard. There's Bardanzi. And like I said, we used it in the Fiorentina series a few years ago now. And chance for him to straight away get the ball through to Matthias Sule to make it 2-0. And Sule denied by De Gea. I'll beat that board. We go Elanawi. Sule. Through here to Massa Bardanzi, who's looked good since coming on. He cuts it back across to Evan Ferguson, and that's 2-0. We finally get a second goal in this game. Like I said, this game should be 5 or 6 if it went for De Gea in goal. And the Irishman puts us 2 goals up in this one. That Bardanzi off the bench has had a great impact on this game. He's looked great in that position. Like camera on shadow striker, he's played great. In the 20 or so minutes he's been on the pitch. And he cuts back here, plays it across to Ferguson for the tap in to make it 2-0. And we finally, like I said, get a second goal. A much deserved second goal in this game. And that man De Gea has been saving Fiorentina in this game. But he couldn't save them there from going 2-0 down. And that should be the 3 points right up in the first game as manager since taking over that we're playing. It should be a win here. And that's going to be a good interception there. And they've just been stood there waiting for an opportunity to make a save, but he hasn't had one. Bardanzi to Bailey. Leon Bailey on the former Aston Villa. And by Leverkusen man to Bardanzi. And Bardanzi, okay, that shot wasn't what I wanted, but it went in anyway. 3-0 lead. Now in this one, the scoreline reflects the game. I wanted a finesse shot on his right foot into the top corner there, and then he took it on his left and hit it straight at De Gea. And it still somehow went in. There was a strange moment there. I'm not sure what really happened. As you can see, I kind of set it for a finesse into the top corner. But he just took it on his left for no reason. And De Gea somehow didn't save it. And we're going to take a 3-0 victory here against Fiorentina away from home. It's a great start for me as manager of AS Roma. Make a performance on this team overall. But not had anything to do defensively. But our next game should be a tough one. Which we'll see in a moment. But A bit of defending here to do later on. There we go. It's going to be a 3-0 victory. Clean sheet on my debut as manager. And a great performance from this team. Fiorentina did nothing going forward. They were decent defensively, but De Gea couldn't save them completely. And as you can see, they had 0 shots. They just didn't get forward. Badanzi came on and got man of the match in this game. That's insane that he played that 20 minutes and got man of the match. Leon Bailey there as well. The baller, Dovvik, Ferguson. And a great first game for us as manager of Roma. But our next game is going to be a tough one. Let's get into it. And well, as you can see, half the money we did have to spend in January has just been absolutely taken away from us, as 13 million has been audited by the bank and taken away from our budget, making it now 13.1 million we had to spend in January, which is not enough for us to make a first team signing. So we could maybe buy a backup player for a position, or we could sell a player. I mean, Pellegrini is a player that we could give a new contract to and sell, because he's a player that's most likely going to leave IRL. And De Boer is a player that I do want to keep around. I think he's most likely going to extend his contract with Roma. I'm not too sure what's happening with his contract at Roma. If I can do so, I will give him a new contract, and maybe the same with Pellegrini, and sell Pellegrini and raise some funds instead of letting him go on a free. And then we can spend money in January to hopefully improve this team. But right now, the budget is not looking good for us. Next game, we're going to be taking Inter Milan at home at the Stadio Olimpico. It's not licensed in the game, but I changed the stadium name to the Stadio Olimpico. And the stadium that is in the game is pretty much the Stadio Olimpico, but it just isn't actually properly licensed in the game. But I do have the stadium pretty much in the game, like I mentioned. But for this game, I might try maybe Adenawi in the first team. I did like Cristante in the first half as a defensive player, so I'm going to keep him in this position for now, actually. I'm going to go into the game with the same team we did last time. El Shaarawy on the left, and also everyone else in the same positions. I could maybe try Moso at centre-back over Ndika, but I was saying Ndika does have decent pace. I mean, not as fast as he used to be. Only 74 pace, but good physicality, and that bruiser play style I do like. So we have players that are currently on loan here, in Leon Bailey, and also Simicast, who won't be here next season unless we do buy them on a permanent deal, which I don't think we will do so. Simicast will be decent as a backup left back, but Leon Bailey would be too expensive for a player that's not going to be in the first team unless we play them as a left mid, which I don't think we will do, but he'll most likely go back to Aston Villa at the end of the season. And Shedek, by the way, is a player with his contract expiring and trying to sell right now, just get a bit of money into the team. The same with Pellegrini, and trying to get an offer for him. Let's see if we just can sell him and get money for him before letting him go on a free transfer. Let's get into this one, up against Inter, and hopefully get a second win as manager of Roma here. That's Dovvik in the centre to aim for Dovvik. Can he win the header? No, we can't pass Sterling, so I gets it away from him there. Matthias Soleil. Got me by him here. I'm enjoying him so far, as I always do in FIFA. He's always great. El Shaarawy in the turn. Good turn there from him. El Shaarawy, the legend. The former criminal talent denied by Jan Sommer. Thuram here. Into Nicola Barella here. Who's done well again. Ball through, but Wesley's there to sweep it up. Thankfully, the Brazilian does well there. Part of the baller. That's a great ball through to Dovvik, who should be onside. And Dovvik, can he make it 1-0? And Dovvik does so. And that ball by the baller was incredible, by the way. And Artem Dovvik gets his second goal of the season against Inter to put us 1-0 up in this one. And we take a lead fairly early on in this game. We've been dominant in this one so far. Inter have looked decent going forward, but they haven't had a shot. And we've had a couple. And Dovvik just rifles it past Jan Sommer there. His shooting feels incredible, by the way. Like, his shot power is insane. I think it just rifles it into the net. No saving effort any keeper with that power on it, that close. And Dovvik here makes it 1-0. It'll be straight from kickoff. That'll be awful for us. Lautaro Martinez. Nicola Barella skips through the Italian. Still going here. Midas Filar, what a save. He put it onto the crossbar. Not too sure how much you already know about it, but that's a great save there from him. And his first save here for us in this series. Sule played through by Dybala. And back here, but DeMarco intercepts it into Mkhitaryan. And Wesley, better defender for him to do that. Challenge just wasn't what I needed there. Brought into the box. And that's headed goals by Nicola Barella, and it's 1-1. Angelina needs to do better there. Maybe a new left back might be needed, and Angelina becomes the backup. Or maybe we need a taller, physical left back instead of the Spaniard. But I'm not sure why both our defenders are where they were, but in terms of our centre backs, and I feel like Svila could have saved it. Angelina needed to do better there. But Inter are back in this game. Back here to Cristante. on the turn is Sule, but Cherby gets the ball off him just about in time there. Blasphemous to not give El Shaarawy 5-star skill moves. The baller. El Shaarawy. He's now 32 years of age. It's been a long time since he was a talent in Roma. Dybala, though. Could he score for us? Dybala. That's a great finish. And El Shaarawy with the assist. He did all the work there. And Dybala finds the finish there. That's his first goal of the season. So he has a couple of assists for us so far. As our bench players are Churlimon and Badanzi will most likely get a game in this one. And Pellegrini as well might bring him on. It's a great way to think El Shaarawy to check back inside. Play the ball into Dybala, who just about gets a shot away there before his Cherby could make the challenge. And bends it into the far corner. Jan Sommer couldn't save it. We now take the lead again in this one. And seemingly the new manager bounce, so it's me taking over, is doing well for us in this series. So far, obviously in the Leverkusen series we just did. After I took over as manager, we went on to win a treble in our first season. And only lost one game in the Bundesliga. I believe anyway. Koine, good defending. And so far, we're just so dominant, like it's insane. It's kind of copied over from the Leverkusen series that we're just winnable back instantly. We don't concede chances. We just, the second attack, we get the ball off them. Cristante. Sule, good turn there from him. Could he go again? DeMarco beaten. Sule into the box here. Koine on the header. And Sommer had to make the save. DeMarco coming forward. Some defending from the Brazilian Wesley to do its ball into the box here to Lautaro Martinez. He didn't get the cleanest connection, but he should have scored there. Ball into Badanzi, who is having a great shot to just giving him. Badanzi off the bench, shoots. Sommer. Good save though. And Badanzi seems to be wanting to take out, get back to the form he was in our Fiorentina series in FC24. In this one. Ball through. Wesley does get it in the end. For a second I thought he was going to let that go through to the player there, but he gets the ball off him. Matthias Sule with the pace. He's not the fastest, but he's not the slowest either. And somehow Stefan Rice caught it to him, but still Sule has the ball. Sule runs through Sommer, good save. They're getting sold. Ball in. Svila comes out and collects it. And it's a 2-1 victory over Inter here for us. And an incredible start for me as manager, beating Fiorentina, which is to be expected, but Inter Milan are a tough team to beat, and we managed to do so. And again, the AI just aren't doing much attacking wise against me. Like, they're not getting many shots away and making me like kind of I don't know. I think I might turn competitive mode back off, because I think it's had a negative impact on the game, because I feel like they just maintain possession instead of actually attacking most of the time, and that's how I get the ball off them. But a 2-1 victory against them here is a massive win for us, and a big 3 points in our second game as manager of Roma. And continuing the Europa League league phase, we get a 3-2 victory over Vittoria Pilsen here, with Pellegrini getting a goal coming off the bench, and also El Shaarawy at the double in this game. A great performance from him to get us a 3 points against Vittoria Pilsen at home. And away from home at Sassuolo, Josh Doig late in the game got a goal for them to get them a point in this one, despite us dominating the game. We only could score 1 goal for ourselves and guarantee ourselves a point, with Matthias Sule getting the goal to get us a point away from home here. And as you can see, it's back-to-back draws for us in the league against Parma here this time. Now, we sent it with our second team, got a 1-1 draw with Ferguson rescued us later on to get the only goal for us for ourselves in this game. And a disappointing result here, but a point we definitely take. And our next game, as you can see, is going to be against the other half of the Milan derby in AC Milan, hitting a big game away from home. We are currently 3rd in the table. I believe they are 4th in the table, all the way around to shore. But it's very, very close at the top of the table right now. Let's get into this one. But I want to quickly point out that this year, AC Milan have been given some nice default kits. So maybe at some point, we can do an AC Milan Career Mode on FC26. I do want to do an AC Milan Career Mode at some point, as a team that I always enjoy doing. But let's get into this one though. No change to the starting 11. And competitive mode has been turned off for this game. And I think it's made the game easier and not harder, because I think the AI just kind of keep possession and don't attack. But we're going to see what it does with it turned off and get into this game against Milan here, and hopefully get another 3 points since taking over as manager of Roma here in their team now. Santi Jimenez up front. El Shaarawy, good steal there from him, or not even steal, good move there from AC Milan. And El Shaarawy's gone all the way, but there's Loftus-Cheek though. Game. Pulisic in. Cristante gets it down, but not away. But there we go, we get it away now. El Shaarawy, their former talent. Dovvik. Intercepted by Loftus-Cheek. Modric, give and go here with Jimenez who shoots. And it's wide of the post there from the Mexican. Dybala. What do we do here? Dybala. Tomori tries to defend him. We know how good Tomori can be from the Leverkusen, so just used him and won the Champions League with him. Matthias Soleil from range. Yeah, I just feel like finesse shots or like long shots this year are so bad. Dovvik through to Dybala. Great play here. And we have Matthias Soleil at the back post for a tap in. And it's 1-0 Roma here. And Dybala assists, maybe the future Dybala in the team for Argentina. And Matthias Soleil, who's signed from Juventus, a big young talent, a player that I've always liked in FC, like I mentioned before. Every time we have used him, it's been great for us in the series we've used him in. And Soleil buries it there, Dybala with the ball across, some great play there from us to get the ball forward and create this opportunity. And Soleil wasn't going to miss, and makes it 1-0 to us. We should have to see. Dybala to El Shaarawy. So Dovvik to aim for, and Dovvik's header is saved by Manu. Maybe we could have headed that to Dybala there, but I didn't see that till last second. Angelino, great challenge there from him, and that's going to be half time. 1-0 up at the break, we take it. From Rabiot to Santi Jimenez. That's yours, Wesley to defend. There we go. Don't have much to do really. Great ball through to Matthias. Soleil Manuel makes a save. As Nkunku into Santi Jimenez. There's a good ball there by Mancini. It's going to go all the way through to Milas Vila for him to collect. It's only 74 rated in the game. Ball in though. Headed back here to Modric, and Pasili steals it. Young talent here. What can we do? Ball in here to Badanzi. Ball free to Ferguson, who doesn't have the pace. Ball into the box, looking for, I believe, Leao in the header, but it's headed away. And it's still there to shoot. And Jimenez scores. And what is it with the AI right now, where they run to the centre circle to celebrate every single time? They don't run to the corner or like, you know, the mascot, etc. They just run to the corner, the centre circle to celebrate. But this is a pause and concede. You could argue that Leao is offside and interfering with play, because that in real life you would maybe disallow it because of that issue, but obviously that won't happen in the game, and the goal stands. Pulisic. Oh no, ball forward to Rabiot. Back stick, Leao. Shoots, and that's it, the crossbar. Oh, Balanzi. Ferguson. Loses that to Tomori. Tomori is so OP, man. We know we're going to use from the Leverkusen series, and I hate playing against him now. And Ferdinand for scoring another goal. That's got to be yours, and DK, there we go. Have we gone from possibly winning this game to almost losing it? So a weird end to the game. Pasili looking to send Leon Bailey through to maybe win it as late on here. Leon Bailey. Good touch. That second one though, criminal. That is disgusting, that second touch. I wanted to play the pass over there to Soleil to get to take the shot. But that second touch completely ruined me. And it's a 1-1 draw against AC Milan. In a game I feel like we deserve to win. Dybala man of the match stood out there as well. Still, El Shaarawy deserved a higher rating. But we should have done better in this game, and we should have possibly won it. But a draw isn't bad for us, and a point is shared between the two teams here. And up against Udinese, it's a fairly comfortable 3-0 victory for us with Cristante, Manacone, and also Dovvik getting goals for us in this one to earn us 3 points at home here. And this is a surprising draw for us up against Cremonese away from home with a 2-2 draw with Dovvik and also Dybala scoring goals for us. And like I said, a surprising draw for us against Cremonese here. And up against Midtjylland in the Europa League, it's a 1-0 victory with Badanzi getting the only goal of the game here to get us to 3 points in the Europa League phase. And for the final game of today's episode, we're going to take on Napoli, which I believe is a derby game between Roma and Napoli, right, since they're both are from the Naples region. Let's get into this one up against Napoli, and hopefully an episode of a big win. So far, we've been pretty much, well, we are undefeated other than losing the game. Iarona did lose. Since I took over as manager, we are undefeated. That's basically what I wanted to say there. Let's get into this one and hopefully continue our great performances so far. And I think for this game, Cristante is going to start again in midfield. I bring on Elanawi. I kind of like to bring on Elanawi off the bench. The same with Badanzi as well. Let's get into this one up against Napoli here, and hopefully any episode with a big victory. Another loss to their record here. So they're currently fifth in the table, we're second. So we've had a great start. Here's Matthias Sule. Ball forward to the ball a little bit, but I got there before I could play the pass. So we did do a Napoli career mode at the end of SC25, sorry, which was great to do. It was a fun career mode to do. There we go, Angelino, a player that I do want to replace in this team at some point. Right now he's a decent player to have, and Stefano Sciorri might be offside. It's the baller who's offside, unfortunately, there. Matthias Sule had a great start to his time here in the series. And he's done well there. The baller, Dovvik, through to Kone. He's made a run from midfield. Kone Madakone shoots and scores. That was a great bit of build-up play there. And we take a 1-goal lead against our rivals. I wish Kone's hair was changed. You know, I mean, it's a sick haircut to have in game that the Blue Hair's had for like 3 years now. I'm not too sure what like his hair is these days. I'm not too sure if he still has it like coloured to the team he plays for or whatever. But I feel like he doesn't. But Kone here scores to make it 1-0 to his side netting. Great finisher from him. That's a great build-up play from the team out wide to the centre, and the run from Kone from midfield, and a great finish to put us 1-0 up in this one. Take Billy Gilmore, who's smashed out another Scott McTominay. Lobotka into Romelu Lukaku, who shoots, and Sila should have caught it. Oh, that's Sule to Dybala. No, Dovvik, sorry, not Dybala. Dovvik, here's Dybala, overlap to Cristante. He's made a run forward, and Cristante, the captain, can't get the shot away. And still going. He shoots, blocked there by Ndika, and we can't get the ball out. There we go, Cristante. And Dovvik should have the pace to get in behind. And Dovvik, can he find a finish? He shoots. Moret, comfortable save for him though to parry it to his defender. Oh, that's a good pass through. Lukaku chips Vila, and it's going to be a goal for Napoli. That's bad defending from Ndika. How is it let Lukaku do that to him? And again, the AI run into the centre circle to celebrate. Ndika just stepped up for no reason. I don't know what happened there. That's jarring. One. Oh, Shaw. Goes it back. And into Dovvik. And you get the shot away. Dovvik blocked by Billy Gilmore somehow there. It felt like Dovvik delayed the shot for the challenge from Billy Gilmore to happen. You know what I mean? Like, because when I did the shot, there was a second or two in between where he could have shot and he didn't. It's not a bad game. He's been involved in most situations. Leon Bailey. Cross in to the baller. And can't get it to Dovvik though. Where's it? That's got to be yours. There we go. And Anawi. Ball looking for Sule. It's a great pass, and Sule can't get there. Gutierrez heads it. Get the ball up to Sule. Sule, not good cross. Dovvik, can you win that? Oh, he didn't even. It's overhit. That's just poor. Ball in here to Dovvik. And fine by Danzi. Get it across. How? Wait. Oh. The pass in the run was just different. I just feel like this game we should have won. If we don't win it, we should have won it. They had that one chance they scored, and we can't get any passes together, man. We can't get a pass into the box for a last-minute chance. It's such a frustrating end to this game. It's a 1-1 draw against Napoli. We should have won. It's a frustrating draw. We only managed 3 shots. Like, Dovvik had a bad game. He was so ineffective in this one. We just couldn't really get going. And it's a draw, it's a point, it's not a loss, but it's a bad performance from us in this one, to be fair. Alright, so that's going to call it for the end of today's episode. So the main talking point is we need to sign a new left back and left mid to take over in this team, because El Shaarawy is 33 now, gone down to -1 in his rating, and does feel good in game, but I just feel like we need a new player, we need a young talent to take over. We also need a new left back. Angelino will become the backup left back, and Tsimikas will return to Liverpool next season when his loan runs out. And also a new midfielder. Cristante is 32 pace, and he's decent defensively and decent overall, but I just feel like we could wait till El takes over, but that might be a little while. He's only 77 rated. We've got Pisidia as well, who could give some game time too. But I think we could maybe sign a new centre mid. Not so sure who yet. Also, we don't have the most amount of money to spend, as you saw by the budget thing earlier today in the episode. We do have right now in the budget 25 million, but I think, and we're all going to sell Shelik. We're looking to sell Pellegrini in January, so we're going to get some decent money into the club. but we're not going to have the most amount of money. So drop in the comments down below players you want to see me sign for this team, who you think would be good for us. And in terms of left mids and other players we could sign, you can see players we have on the shortlist right now. Jadon Sancho, we could bring him in with his loan. He's done at Aston Villa next season, depending on how expensive it would be. Antonio Nusa from Leipzig, a big young talent, could be great for us in this team. Sandiao obviously was incredible in our Como series. We could bring him into this Roma team and see what he can do. Now he's a 78 rated player, so a big upgrade for him in this game. We've got Gabriel Martinelli, would be a more expensive signing, lots of Sancho as well, and Nusa. That could be a signing for next season if we want to go big instead of proven player. Got Loriente, who would be cheaper, who we might be able to bring in next episode, who obviously is proven in the Italian league. Obviously playing for Sassuolo, a big player that we could bring in and would be great for us in this team. Great player, so has great stats, and could be a good player for us to have in the team. João Felix as either left mid, wherever we want to play him. I'm just going to had him here for the storyline of bringing João Felix in and reviving his career. We also have Brahim Diaz from Real Madrid, who was a player that was linked with a move away. The Moroccan is a player that I do really like. I think it's very disrespected in the Real Madrid team. I think he's a player that deserves a move away to be the first team player in a team. As we saw when he was at AC Milan, it was incredible for them. We could bring him into the team and have him played on the left for us, or maybe at Cam or whatever. But I think he's a player that doesn't really suit this team the best, considering he is a Cam more than a winger. But I think he's a player that I do want to use at some point as a first team player in a team. But drop in the comments below which players we should sign in terms of left mid. Should we go with someone we could sign now, like an Oriente, or wait till next season to bring in like a Diao, a Nusa, a Sancho, a Martinelli, etc.? Drop in the comments below. Also, other players you want to see using the team. And as always, thank you for watching. Drop a like and subscribe, and goodbye.